morning, everyone. Today I want to finish, okay, not finish, but get to a good place with my holiday decorating because I have some guests coming this week and I want it to look like it's decorated, even though that I know that I'm gonna further decorate when I come back. It's an Airbnb guest, so I won't be in the house while they're here. And this wreath, still having issues with it. I'll show you. In question. Yeah, the cedar is just not working. It's gonna be great for an accents, but as you can see, it's just like, it doesn't really, by the way, this is a teaser. I'm gonna use these on my Christmas tree. This is kind of the theme of my Christmas tree this year, so I just kind of stuck these things in here, but I'm gonna do like green with some white accents, and then gold and just like slight touches of silver. And I got these ornaments from the Dollar Tree, and they're gonna go on those, they're called spinner ornament holders or something like that. And they essentially really slowly spin your ornament in the tree. So I thought this would be such a fun ornament because it's like a little disco ball. So at night it should, you know, throw some sparkles around the room. Anyways, I just threw that up there to kind of just test it out. But the cedar, it just doesn't really hold its form well. It's a really floppy type of foliage, which is going to be beautiful for like garland. It's great texture to mix in with my wreath. But as the structure of my wreath, it's not working out. Also, this is a big wall, so I wanted it to be a big wreath, which I've made in the past, but you really got to have more structure because there's no way these branches are going to just hang out the way I want them to. I guess I'll give you a sneak peek at the rest of my house, but this isn't really how my house is going to be decorated. I just kind of started throwing things up to test out what I was liking and what I wasn't. So this Christmas tree is funny. This is my Christmas tree from last year, and I've left it up for an entire year in my plant room, just like off in a corner, because it got to a point where I was like, well, I might as well just leave it up so I can throw it up next year. And let me tell you, it was very satisfying to just plop a Christmas tree out without decorating it all. There's a few things I'm gonna change. Like I don't really like this twine so much this year. And I think that's the main issue I have with it. Yeah, little things need to be changed, but Christmas tree. And then over here, I just kind of threw some things up there again to test it out, but I want to make some changes. I'm not super in love with that gold tree being there. I know it goes technically, but I don't know that I love it. I'm going to swap these out for some like snowy prints, which I really need to order those. Again, this is not final. I was just really playing around with using these like propagation stations or like they're a bud vase for kind of like a dried arrangement. I was just playing around with some garland I had and this gold thing. So that's the state of my house right now. And now I'm gonna go put on a little makeup because I can't bear to look at myself in the mirror when I'm this pasty in the winter. And we are going to go foraging for some more plant material to use for the wreath. So there's an area somewhere near my house called Forest Park. It's basically just wilderness. And so I'm gonna go foraging, just like not a ton, just a few branches to use for my wreath. And I'll take you guys with me, kind of show you. You gotta look at your local state laws if you're gonna go foraging because every state is different. There are like certain plants that are protected from foraging because maybe they're, I don't know, endangered, is that a thing? Endangered plants. And there's also limits. So like you can't go foraging for commercial use, and if you're going for personal use, there's usually limits of how much you can take back with you. Don't take from private property because that definitely could get you in trouble unless it's your own private property. If you really want someone else's plants, I have a tip for you. There's something that's called a Buy Nothing group, which is essentially a Facebook group for your local community where everything is basically traded, like for free, nothing, not even traded. You can offer something for free and then people can ask to receive it. I don't know why, I can't figure out the right way to say that. Putting on my shoes. Anyways, I had someone on the Facebook group mention that they pruned their cedar tree in the backyard and they had a ton of debris that they were gonna just go take to the landfill, but they thought maybe someone would want to use this for Christmas decoration. I want to use it for Christmas decorations, so I went and picked it up. I've just been leaving it outside. When you cut branches and stuff, they'll stay good longer if you leave them in colder conditions and if they stay wet. They've been sitting in my backyard. Oh, see, I don't even feel like I need to put on makeup now that there's a little sunshine on my face. It makes such a difference. This is another good way to also just get out of your house. I'm excited to take a little walk in nature. The reason that there's none of these is because remember when it got like 112?
Yeah.
I think it killed all the Doug firs, and that's why there's no Christmas trees. Stop zooming in on me. Did you know that all the Christmas tree places, it's only one day this year?
No, I didn't know that.
There's no,
they all died.
Damaged. So I think that's what happened to this tree.
Oh wow. Come on.
I'm a bit frazzled. It's cold out there. We got a decent amount. There was a lot of cedar, but there was not many other pine trees. Nothing I really wanted, but there was a few. Tried not to take too much so that the tree could survive on the minimal amount of foliage left. That was a reenactment of me driving home since I couldn't film that, and also copyright infringement. I don't know. Dark in here. I need a better light. This light is crap. Well, I feel like this looks like it's more than it is because you really need a lot for a wreath, but I feel like it's decent. I think we're gonna make it work. It's actually pretty nice that these are so flat. You can see, like, it's really flat. By the way, have I shown you my little Norfolk pine tree? I think that's how you say it. It's actually just like a houseplant, common houseplant, but it doubles as a Christmas tree. And a lot of people buy fake versions of this for their garland, but I've got the real one. Real one. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna hype myself up to do this tonight. I think I'm gonna eat, see how I feel. Yeah, I bet you think about me. I bet you think about me. I've literally had a good cry over this wreath. Like, I don't know. Okay, sometimes, and this is a creative person thing, I just like will not be happy with my work no matter how hard I try. All my biggest projects, I've felt this way about every single one. And I don't love any of them. I look back years later with kinder eyes and think they're cool, but right when I finish them, don't like them. I don't like this wreath. I don't know, maybe it's just like, I feel like I like it better in person. In person, like if I just saw this, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But for some reason, when I just look at it right now, okay, no, When I look at it right now, it's not that bad. I might even like it. Like, let me pretend that I just walked in the house, okay? Oh, beautiful house. Wreath. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I like the wreath. I think I'm overthinking it. But then when I take a picture of it, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be embarrassing to post. I don't know, guys. Are you guys watching me have a mental breakdown about a wreath? Because the answer is maybe. I hope to God this is somehow entertaining to people, because as far as, oh, that looks good. It looks good, people. That's maybe what this needed, some contrast. Maybe? You guys, I'm also probably bringing in like infections to my plants, like aphids. Really feeling insane in this moment. It's a wreath. Reagan, you need to calm down. I don't know why I'm being so obsessive about it. I think maybe I've been home alone too long. This is what happens to me when I work home alone. Okay, we're gonna try adding this. I'm even gonna record it on my camera because I'm not confident about this madness. Fuck. I'm done. This is a wreath and I've made it, and I'm Reagan Kastner.